All right, hello. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle of sorts. I have a whole bunch of footage that I've recorded over the past couple months of live streaming, like once a week, that I have to get rid of because I've ordered a new computer that's coming. Today is Tuesday, November 26th, and it's coming either today or tomorrow. And I don't really want to have to sit there and move, a handful of gigabytes of uh, of storage data of files, recorded videos. Jeez Louise, that was difficult. Um, between one computer and another. So I think what I'm going to do with this episode is it's just going to be a clip dump. What the hell was that number I just had? Oops. It's just gonna be a clip dump where I just whatever footage I've collected so far, no matter how long the video will end up being. Okay, so whatever long the video will end up being will be however much footage I have, and if it's long, too bad. Oh well, that's not the end of the world because I have got a much beefier computer coming through. I got a really good deal on it, so I'm a little nervous to be honest. Like thinking something's gonna be wrong with it because it's that good of a deal. But assuming everything works well, we'll be switched over to the new computer here in the next couple days, and hopefully able to provide a little bit higher quality content for y'all. So we've been pretty hard at work here with our sorting system storage room area here. Um, I'm not sure how much I recorded in my last clip because that was a while ago now, but we've got this cool thing we can summon mine carts that go and get automatically refilled underneath those storage stations, and so that way we have access to its cobblestone and just regular stone. Regular stone is what it is. We've got these furnaces don't do any auto smelting. I definitely want to set up auto smelting, but that's anyway. You go down this staircase, and we've got access to this little window so we can see stuff going in. We put a bunch of stuff away, and so it's getting sorted. I want to work on this kind of visual area right here eventually, but for now this is pretty adequate. And then, of course, we've got, the downstairs storage. So everything down here except for, I think, ores. I think we sort that as well, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, it's just we sort ores out and then the ice and snow out, and then everything else just kind of gets dumped into these overflow chests. And then we've got room for expansion out in this that way. And then I guess we could kind of probably go that way through there as well. But that's what we've been up to in the last like month. Can't tell it's been a really long time since I did a new recording for my YouTube channel. So that's not even the last thing we did. So we're working on this right now. That's going to be a water elevator to get me up there, finally. And we're incorporating diamonds and stuff, as well as there's going to be like the vines and leaves. I think it's going to look really cool. Up here, though, we made these holes. Well, one hole and then one unhole. That gets us down into our mine, which is nice to finally have a way in and out of my mine at my base. I was going in the beacon holes or all the way back to like that starter spot at the like eastern side of my island. Which way is that? West. Yep, I guessed exactly wrong. Oh well. Okay, so here's I think the finished product. They'll actually you see those vines there are gonna grow down, so it's not like finished, but like as far as building is concerned, finished product. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I should probably put like fences or something on there and there. But here we are. Oh, and dirt, which I can actually just do here. Fill that in. Julio. Yeah. So here we are. We finally have a way up. Yeah, up here. We had the one way up over there, one way up over here. I probably want to have... I really got to do something with that. And of course I've got to do something with that. But I've got to do something with that. And then once I've got a structure around the sugarcane farm a little bit better, and I've got that figured out more, I can have the method to get up from down here to the nether portal. Because right now you have to go up and then down around and all the way around there. Or of course you can always fly with the elytra. But, I like to be able to walk places too, right? So there's this, and this can take you over. We've got to do some terraforming here as well to down to the mine or to the oak farm or obviously the vine farm or then the whatever tree farm over there. Oh, and we also have our pickle farm. I forgot about our pickle spot. I don't know if I ever showed this on video. But if we go over here, you can see where we grow our pickles. Okay, so right now we're working on curing 4 more villagers so that we can have 4 clerics who can sell me bottles of enchanting is what I'm really after, but also like the glowstone would be really nice to have. Owie, thank you, sir. So these 4 guys, we just gotta throw one at that dude, hit him with one of those. Did he get hit too? He did. Cool. Save the potion. Convenient. We've already built a spot to keep them mostly. We have to connect the rail for dropping them off, but we can plop them into this mushroom I've made here. And they've got your 4 spots for them to stand for eternity. And of course, we need stairs to get up, and 2 more mushroom blocks for there. But white mushroom blocks, the stock, so hard to get. It's a very expensive resource. So anyway, that's what we've been doing. And the reason we're doing that is, believe it or not, for a slime farm I'm working on. So if we fly over to here, way over to here, I'm gonna go down, go down. Hang on. We go down here. I've started digging out an area for a slime farm. So this is not a slime chunk, but there's one there and one there, which, believe it or not, is ideal. The problem we ran into, though, with this slime farm is, of course, since it's in the ocean, we've got underwater ravines and caves we have to deal with. So I need a lot of sand and sponges to be able to clear that up. So the cleric is going to make it easier for me to do longer trips mining sand. I probably need like 6 or 7 shulker boxes full of sand. 1 shovel does about 2 shulker boxes, like 2.5, something like that. So I could just fly back and forth between my desert and my house and, you know, supply that way. Or we can skip to the part where we have more infrastructure, make our clerics, get our, you know, shulker boxes filled with bottles of enchanting, and then we don't have to worry about it down the road. The way I like to do things is always, the more things you build, the more things you have, so that things like after that are easier. So later on when I'm doing larger projects, because I got more prepared for the slime farm, which will also help with those other farms and is being a major inconvenience, everything else will be easier. But right now, weirdly, it feels like I don't have anything, and it's really because like I have a potato and carrot farm, which is kind of an emerald farm, and then I've got a storage system, and then this is terrible and needs a lot of work. But that's it. That's really all I have so far. I think, which is one of the reasons why it just hurts to be alive so much. Every project takes forever. Oh, I guess I have this gunpowder farm too, which we're almost filled our barrel and can start lighting up our lights. Oh, it is full. That means ooh. All right, whatever. I don't know how that keeps happening. Yeah, there we go. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting, but that's all we have, so. Okay, here we are. So all I have to do now is trade with these dudes until they unlock their, pick up this job. Yeah, what the hell was that? I have to trade with them until they unlock their bottle of enchanting trades, and then I have to keep trading with them until I have a whole lot of bottles of enchanting. So that's gonna take forever, but it'll definitely be worth it. Okay, so you might notice that I have a whole bunch more levels than I did, and that's because I did all this trading. So it took me about 45 minutes, I'd say, just under, to fill this shulker box. So what I did is I would take out a bunch of potatoes and carrots, trade with my farmers, head up the staircase, which I made during like the down period, and buy the glowstone and bottle of enchanting, go back down and trade with them, and just kept doing that over and over and over again until I filled up that shulker box. We've also got a little bit extra bottles enchanting here, and you can see the glowstone I got. Pretty decent amount of glowstone, pretty happy. Won't have to worry about glowstone anytime soon. And then our emerald supply is back up to there is an amount of emeralds here. If I had a melon and pumpkin farm like I did a couple worlds ago that was absolutely insane, I'd be able to get a lot more, although I think I'd stick with just pumpkins in addition, because having to craft the melons and then trade them is a huge pain in the butt. But I'd be able to get a lot more like emeralds per hour if I were to do that. There's no real need for me to do that, though. I think I want to dye this as well, just while I'm remembering to do so. Pink is what I used in my last world, so there it is. Pink shulker box with bottles of enchanting. So now I can just kind of like bring experience around with me, and I can repair whatever items I need or want on the fly. So like while I'm mining sand for the the ocean drain for 2 chunks I have to do over here, I'll be able to fix my shovel without coming back and get all the sand all in one trip, which is going to be pretty darn nice, actually. And then the sponge is going to take a while. I'm probably going to go for at least 2 stacks of sponge before I attempt to do that drain, just so I can do it like nice and quickly. But yeah, that's that. So I just spent just under an hour raiding sea temples. We went through 9 sea temples? Sure, why not? Let's say 9. 9 sea temples. And it took us that long to find 2 stacks and some change wet sponge. Am I going the right way? I am not going the right way to go home. Good one. Smart. Yeah, so we're going to use that to drain the ocean above our slime farm. Our 2 slime chunks that we are digging out. And, would be better if there's more, but who knows? So I've been, again, for about an hour placing sand in this area here. This is going to be, when it's all drained and cleared and stuff, this will be 1/2 of my slime farm. The other half is going to be 1 chunk away that way, I think. And the idea is they'll both be loaded at the same time, both have sky access and produce some slime balls per hour. I'm not really sure how many. We'll see. Really, we don't need like 30,000 or anything crazy like that. We just need, you know, a decent supply of slime balls so that, you know, we can make redstone machinery with slime. Otherwise, I don't really have a source. So this is one of those like projects that's going to take me a bunch of hours to finish, and then give me a resource that, like, once I've got 1 solid supply of it, I'll never need to use this again. But it'll be cool to have, and, you know, it's got to say, having more infrastructure is always the goal. So this is what I'll be working on the foreseeable future. Okay, so 2 hours later, we've just got to remove the sponges and sand, and then line it in glass, which I don't own yet, and I'm not going to smelt this sand for, because I need this for more stuff later. And then we mine it all the way down, and then we finally cleared the empty space for our slime farm. So, woo! You can definitely already tell, but we done it! We've completely mined out this slightly larger than a chunk. The actual chunk is from there to there to there to, I think, this corner piece here. Yeah. The rest of it's all part of, like, the rest that we mined out is so we can build, like, the mechanation of the farm. But this is the area. There's those ghost blocks. I'll deal with those soon. We completely filled all of these shulker boxes. I think there's, like, the odd inventory spot open, like, oh, look at you. Yeah, great job. But other than that, they're full. Not like packed to the brim, you know, you could consolidate stuff, make a little bit more space, but, you know, otherwise full. So I am gonna hold off on a little bit before I finish this up, mostly because I'm tired. But I'm gonna unload all of this junk, fix my pickaxes, and then we gotta mine out even deeper all the way to bedrock. And there's gonna be a lot of obsidian, so it's gonna take a while, but it'll be worth it. Okay, so we've got the bottom layer of our farm pretty well done, if not completely done. There's a couple variations. I'm copying a farm from Nembomb, but he uses chests in the corner of these pickles, and that works in places where I got the water perfect, like here, where it's like a direct diagonal moving current there, you can see. But on this one, I actually messed up the water a little bit, and I get kind of like, you see that's moving straight to the right, and the chests won't work in this situation. So the pickles should completely block the slimes. I have to put a block on top of that hopper, but for now I need to be able to see it. So the baby slimes should not be able to fit over the pickles. I'm pretty sure that they are too large to fit over the pickles. Another great use for pickles. I love pickles. They're probably one of the best blocks. So what's going on here is we've got, this is our chunk, this entire 16 by 16 thing. And by having these blocks to the side exposed, you actually, so first of all, like, this will be open to the sky, so it'll give us our sky limit, or our skylight access to increase the slime spawning rate on the platforms we're going to build here. There's going to be more than one layer. And we'll also get pack spawning. So we'll have, like, larger groups of slime spawning more often. Obviously, I still have to, like, light up caves and the ocean to prevent drown for now, but until then, this is okay. So the slimes will hop into the thing. They're too dumb to try and get out. Not like they can, because it's too tall anyway. They get pushed down here. The magma blocks underneath kill the slime. Slime gets collected in that. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to have it all brought forward into one storage thing eventually, but for now, again, you know, we're just trying to get this functional because we have no slime, really, except for this. And I actually have some slime back at the base that I've yet to sort. I realize I don't sort slime at the moment. Yeah, that's it. So I have to build, the next step is to build the layers, and they're actually built out of slabs because the slime blocks, like the large slimes that we want to see, they spawn in spaces that are 2.5 blocks high, so they can spawn at that layer there. So all we have to do is build the layers above this space. Oh, and also put lights in, of course. Don't forget the lights. And then we're gonna make that up to, I think it's right around that level, actually, right with the ocean, and that'll work. Okay, so we just finished this, actually. This is mostly done. I'm not gonna say it's completely done, but it is mostly done. So we've got, oh, all right, we'll just coast down. We've got 6 spawning platforms, each with, you know, enough room for the large slimes to spawn, as well as sky access. Going on down to, all right, cool. That's, oh, we can just swim above that. That's, never mind. No, we can't. So this goes around. I ended up fixing the water so we could use the chests because the small slimes being able to fit. Can I please fly? I would, The small slimes being able to fit over the pickles, like, that does add a layer of complication that I could deal with, or I could just fix the water. So this has been running, you know, for however long it took to build the farm, and we've got a fair bit of resources already from this. Sorry, there's stone from where we're getting that. This hasn't been running at max efficiency by any stretch. I still have a lot of caves to light up, and I also have to light up the ocean around the place because drowned will take up spawn locations as well. But this is definitely a really good start. That's about an hour and a half of this thing spawning. Less than that by a little bit, but yeah. So very, very good yield already. That's well over a stack of blocks and then some change just from that. I'm really, really, really happy with that yield, actually, and we're going to make it even better. So what's next on the list is to get a bunch of torches and light up the caves all around this place. And then we're going to see, I want to try lanterns and see if I can light up the ocean with lanterns. I don't know if they can stay underwater or not. If not, I'll use some of the glowstone I bought a while back. I've got a lot of it. And then we'll see what this place is like when it's running even better. Also, apparently the creeper farm does actually work a bit. So the spot we want to be AFKing at is going to be a little bit more like over here. And then we'll have the farm there. We're going to have a second one over there. And yeah. But I wonder, this thing must be pretty well near full then if it's been running. No, it's been very, very slow progress. Never mind. But yeah, so we got to light some stuff up. Okay, so we just did a little bit of, you know, cave lighting up. Just that way. We found so far nowhere that mobs spawning. Okay, so in 20-ish minutes, give or take 4 minutes, I got that much slime from this farm. Which is a lot. It's nowhere near its maximum potential, and I know that. But I'm already really happy with this farm's output. That's so much slime. That is excellent. So what we've done so far is we've gone down each of one of these little tunnels that you see here, and we lit it up. And there was not a single place we found so far that required lighting, like a cave or anything like that was spawning mobs. So we haven't done anything yet to improve the spawn rates, and we're getting that much in about 20 minutes. I am so happy with this farm already. I can't wait to see what it's like when I've got both sides set up and everywhere is completely lit. This will be nuts. This is unlike anything I've ever had before. So we did the composter trick to scan for caves, and we found a couple small places, but that was it. So I guess we've pretty well lit up everywhere in this area, which means, yeah, it didn't take long to do that, so there's not going to be a whole lot there, which means that this place is about as efficient as it's going to be from lighting up caves. However, we do still have the ocean problem. So if we can, oh, I'm not wearing my elytra, that's why I can't take off, don't mind me. If we go up into the ocean, we'll find that there actually are drowned, I'm just not finding them. There are drowned that are taking up some of these spawn points. Or not. There's not a single drowned anywhere. How did I achieve that? Can I see the mob cap? Entity. Doesn't look like we're hitting the mob cap. Okay, well, you know what? I guess this is probably about as good as this is gonna get from built as it is. It'll get better once we make the second tube over here. But for now, this is about it. So all we need to install for this is a item collection system that brings all of the slime balls to one central location. Right now, they go to each of the 4 corners, which is obviously not ideal. Man, this thing's going. Also, like, I could stand above here and all of those platforms, except for I think the top, like, 2. Nope, that one even works on the far side, though. So if I could build, like, a spot to AFK just, like, over here, that might be good. And then bring all the slime balls up to a collection platform here might be neat. I don't know. I can make a boat. That's a dope idea. Okay, yeah, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be super cool. Can't wait to do that. Holy cow. Okay, this is very temporary, but we've got ourselves a temporary storage system. So what's going on is each of the 4 corners has a dispenser that every time an item goes into it... Is that really there? It hang on. What? Let's go check the other side now. This is still working on the slime balls I put into it. Oh, it just finished. And it's empty. What happened? Okay. What? We just got some more, that's fine. Why did the other one get stuck? I'm really confused. Anyway, apparently, sometimes it just refuses to eject certain items. Nope, this one's just broken. Alright, let's take it. Oh! All the redstone washed away. Weird, but okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we go. So, the items get spat up into... Now I'm not sure why they're not getting caught up in the cobweb. Anyway, the cobweb's there so the items kind of group together and it reduces the lag from all the entities moving. And they get funneled into... I've got a water elevator behind this block that brings them up to the height so they can go into these hoppers, and then they just get sorted here. So we can store, you know, 8 double chests plus 4 hoppers worth of slime balls before we start to crash, which is a lot of slime. Honestly, if we fill that once, we'll probably be fine forever. But who knows, I might make some massive project. So it like goes around the beacon base that you might remember was sticking out. Yeah, you see how they're like grouping together. That reduces the amount of lag because it's only one entity moving. And works great and beautiful. I don't know, these 2 might have a weird thing with the water being very shallow. Who knows or cares? Not me. So, that's actually the slime farm. For a while, I need to make a spot to AFK for it, and I'll make it like probably in between the 2 farms so I get... I don't know. I can't do the finished like final product. I'm thinking like a pirate ship kind of thing to collect the slime in. That's in between the 2 slime farms because, you know, I only have 1 of the 2 slime farms. The other one's gonna go over right there. So there's the slime chunk there, which we can see, and then there's the chunk in between it, and then the next chunk over is also a slime chunk, and so I want to make that one also into a slime farm and have them both funneling into the same system. But that's another like 10 hours I just don't want to do right now, so I want to find something else to do. So today I started off my live stream thinking I was going to build a furnace array and have 64 furnaces to smelt stuff and have a cool like water collection system that would bring it right up close to my storage room. And that was my plan. However, I've run into a bit of a problem where I wanted to mine out a really large area to make this machine look really neat. And as soon as I began to dig, I realized I did not have a haste beacon at my base. And in fact, I still only had a total of 2 beacons to my name. So the purpose for that slime slime farm that I built was because I wanted to make a a slime block pusher arm sweepy thing here at my fortress to make a really, really, really efficient nether fortress farm. So I guess I'm doing that now, but I actually don't know how to build it. Like, I understand like the basic mechanics, but beyond that, I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah. I have to slab off the area around the fortress anyway, so that's several hours of gameplay ahead of us. I've got 4 shulker boxes full of stone right now, so that's 8 shulker boxes full worth of slabs to place. That's on like 15,000 math. I don't know. That's a bunch though. So I'll be doing that for again the foreseeable future, and eventually I'll get back to you with something to show, I guess, even if it's just a bunch of slabs. Okay, so I've been slabbing for the past 2 hours. I placed 4 shulker boxes worth of stone, which is actually some math. Hang on. Must open the calculator. So that's 64 times 27 times 4 times 2. That's 13,824 slabs. That's a couple slabs that I've placed, and I'm not even a quarter of the way done. What I did is I did like a grid, so I made like a square. You can see it kind of goes off like that around where I want my center point to be, which is down there. And I have not successfully, with that, completely filled and slabbed everything within the square. So that's actually really upsetting, because 2 hours, that much slab, still plenty to do. So I guess I'll keep at it.